Cavalier Johan for that quite memorable speech. I swear, every mother, when they request a photo, turns into a whole photography session. For our next speaker, Cavalier Sachit, who is going to be evaluated by Cavalier Sangamata. Cavalier Sangamata, please read the objectives.
Objectives. Prepare a speech.
Humorously speaking, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Mention the project details, Ishan.
Okay,
B3.
fine. P3 storytelling, please mention the objectives.
B3 humorously speaking.
Okay, P3 humorously speaking.
Humorously crying.
P3 humorously speaking, please mention the objectives.
Prepare a speech that opens and closes with humorous stories. Include jokes in the speech body to illustrate points or maintain audience interest. Deliver the jokes and stories smoothly and effectively. Time 5 to 7 minutes. Good.
Thank you, Cavalier Sangamata. Cavalier Sachit.
Hello, dear Cavaliers and respected Venu sir. Today, I stand before you to talk about something we all have in common. Today, I'm talking about procrastination. So, what really is procrastination? Procrastination is like living the hard life, where your mind starts filling up with regret and you start looking like big red tomatoes. Procrastination is like a fine wine. It gets better with age, but too much of it leaves a bitter aftertaste. Haven't we all done this? For example, we start off with a to-do list which is longer than our attention span. 3 minutes later, we start a YouTube spiral with Richard Feynman talking about magnets, ending much later with us watching videos of Justin Bieber's uncle dancing to Despacito. Procrastination is like going to go clean your room, but on the way you see your iPad and you start spamming to your friends for 3 hours straight, trying to get their attention. It's about creating Olympic level excuses like I work better under pressure, etc. Procrastination is a debate between Netflix and productivity, where the remote always wins. So, because of the unstable weather conditions in the UAE, we got a 4-day break. And I was given some homework from school. So, like a normal student, I would like to plan it like this. Doesn't it look easy? It's like going up the stairs, nothing much, nothing big. Like in the first day, I would start off light and get some work done, but still be productive. Second and third day and fourth, I would bump it. But things did not happen like that, and I couldn't get much work done. So I had the all new revised plan. This. On the fourth day, I did 4 days worth of homework in one. And that's what happened to me. And that's how procrastination took over me. So I did a little bit of research and I wanted to see the difference between my brain of a clumsy procrastinator and a brain of a proven non-procrastinator. So these diagrams were given by Tim Urban, who is a blogger, and I've used them to my speech and I actually have them for you today. So that's a brain of a proven non-procrastinator, and this is my brain. So these brains look pretty similar, but the procrastinator brain also has an instant gratification monkey. So what does this mean for the procrastinator? This means that whenever there's some good time to do something productive, this happens. So the rational decision maker will make the rational decision to do something productive at that time. But the monkey doesn't like that plan. So he does something else. He says, oh totally, but first let's go to Google Earth, go to Ethiopia, like 200 feet above the ground and scroll for 2.5 hours till we get to the top. So that we can get a better feel for Ethiopia. And that's what happens to every single procrastinator in this room. and starts doing these random things that we don't want it to happen. The instant gratification monkey is not a monkey you want behind the wheel. It definitely isn't. But it happens naturally for procrastinators. The monkey doesn't know anything about the past, the present, and the future. The only thing it knows is two things: easy and fun. That's what happens to every single procrastinator in this room. Procrastination is a slow cooker of anxiety. It starts bubbling up and then suddenly it explodes when the deadline comes closer. Picture yourself as a cool cucumber, drifting through your tasks, doing it well, getting it on the deadline, and achieving leisure time which is well earned without any guilt. That's something that we all want to have and we would all love to have. Finally, I want to show you this. This is a life calendar. So, for now, I've spent 602 weeks of my life. Look how many boxes are there. There's barely any. So, if you don't stick to your deadline, don't go for your goals, this is what's going to happen. And at the final box, you'll have nothing but total regret. So, try keeping yourself in and try going for your goals and doing something more productive.